Nicholas Godejohn has spoken out for the first time since Gypsy was released from prison. Nick sent an email to the New York Post which they described as creepy. He refused to mention Gypsy's name and he referred to himself as Mr. Smiley.
Merry meet my witches and Wiccan. Welcome to Witches Chat Bits and Bats. I am your host, Moon Witch, and we have an update on Nicholas Godejohn. I said his name right this time because everybody was in the comments talking about you didn't know how to say it and all this and all that. Girl, I did. Ooh, let me calm this energy down. I had a lot of iced coffee. Every other day, I talk about anything that's going viral, trending at the moment, and also crimes and mystery and murders. With that being said, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe. Let's get to the topic. Within this video, we're going to be talking about Nicholas Godejohn's email to the New York Post about how he feels about Gypsy Rose and newfound fame. And then we're also going to be talking about the court hearing that he basically had, and we're going to see his trial. Do you know what I mean? Like, all the ones that are new here, go ahead and click on this link, and it will take you to the videos previously before where I was talking about where Nicholas Godejohn was. Nicholas Godejohn was. So, short story. Nicholas Godejohn was the person who helped Gypsy Rose, red rum the mother. Okay, so he took the full blame, or he got the full, first degree, and Gypsy got like a whatever. She says something about there was a law in her state that says they're not accessory to murder.
No, but you're a murderer.
Oh my God.
Like, she just flat out said it. It was a lady from the UK, and I'm kind of like, okay.
Oh.
And everybody in the room just like jumped up and was like ready to like, am
Fight.
I, fight, or am I okay?
Yeah.
They were freaking out for me, and I'm like, no, guys, I got this. Like, it's something that I'm gonna have to address.
Yeah.
Because it's always in my comments. Like, why are we glorifying a murderer and this and that and the other? And I don't want to have to remind people every single time that I'm not the one that committed the act of the kill. So, I'm a part of it.
Right.
But in the state of Missouri, there's no such thing as accessory to murder. So technically,
they couldn't charge you.
They couldn't charge me with accessory because that charge doesn't exist. So, I mean, had I been in...
So they only gave her like 10 years, or she did something, whatever she did, and she only got 10 years. Anyways, so we were talking about that, where Nicholas Godejohn, he hasn't said anything. Well, guess what, bitch? He finally gave us an update, and we're going to watch his video, and then I'm going to let you see what he was talking about, his trial, the follow-up. Okay, let's go. Gypsy Rose Blanchard's ex Nicholas Godejohn calls himself Mr. Smiley in unsettling email to newspaper. Nicholas Godejohn, Gypsy Rose Blanchard's ex-boyfriend who is serving a life sentence for the first-degree murder of her mother, referred to himself as Mr. Smiley in an email to the New York Post. I want people to know that I am not lost in the ether of all what is going on with whom shall not be named. I am just being patient for my true time to speak, Godejohn said in the email to the Post. He refused to use Blanchard's name and included 6 faces in the exchange. Oh, that's crazy. A lot of these questions will be answered in a foreseeable interview at the right time, which is not now, he said. The email reads, truly, sincerely, Mr. Smiley Godejohn. Well, that's kind of creepy, huh?
Nicholas Godejohn has spoken out for the first time since Gypsy was released from prison. Nick sent an email to the New York Post which they described as creepy. He refused to mention Gypsy's name and he referred to himself as Mr. Smiley. He said in the email, quote, I want people to know that I am not lost in the ether of all of what is going on with whom shall not be named. I'm just being patient for my true time to speak. He ended this with a smiley face. The New York Post asked Nick what he thought about Gypsy's new marriage and newfound fame, and what life has been like for him behind bars. Nick said, I must be conscientious about my decisions. A lot of these questions will be answered in a foreseeable interview at the right time, which is not now. He ended this statement with another smiley face. In the email, New York Post says Nick was polite and almost appeared childlike and used a smiley face 6 times in a only 109-word email. He ended the email saying, "Stay positive, healthy, and safe. True sincerity, Mr. Smiley Godejohn." He again ended this with a smiley face. Nicholas Godejohn has spoken out for the...
Wow, he got chubby. And the fact that he wrote 6 smiley face, they keep saying like, oh, he wrote it like if he was a child, blah, blah, blah. Dude, he's autistic. Do you guys not realize that? I stumbled upon this Facebook page called Justice for Nick, and I guess it's literally a whole Facebook of Nicholas Godejohn supporters, right? And then I saw that they had posted these court hearings that he had. So let me just go to it. I'm just going to click on one. Dr. West testified that the levels 1, 2, and 3 of autism correlate to the level of disruption in the person's life and their inability to function within society. It refers to the level of supports that an individual needs rather than the severity of autism. Regarding the term mild being used to describe autistic people, okay, I'm just going to put that up there for you guys to read. So basically, I'm pretty sure they're just explaining his autism. So maybe Nick's having an appeal. So this was posted on January 11th, exactly at 4:23 p.m. Girl, we are already in the 25th and I'm just finding out this now. I'm so sorry, you guys. I should have done more research. Wow. So I will put all the links in the description of the videos and also the Nick's appeal in the description box. Go ahead and check that out. Prison looms as Nicholas Godejohn fights for new trial. Wow, I just found out about this. That's crazy. Gypsy Rose Blanchard will soon exit a prison in Chickalocothe, Missouri, and experience freedom for the first time in 8 years. The man with whom she conspired to kill her mother faces a lifetime of incarceration. Nicholas Godejohn, Blanchard's boyfriend in 2015, when he brutally stabbed Dee Dee Blanchard several times at Springfield home before he and Gypsy fled to his native Wisconsin, continues to fight for a new trial. His new public defender, Taylor Coyle, filed another appeal Tuesday, citing ineffective counsel. He claims Godejohn's previous lawyers failed to fully investigate and present evidence from a qualified neuropsychologist specializing in autism and spectrum disorder in the defendant's diminished capacity defense. Oh my God, yes, yes. The fact that I think his lawyer, ouch, I think his lawyer was trying to just blame it all on him and give it to Gypsy, and I'm not having that. Godejohn had long been diagnosed with autism. The defense in his previous trial was that he was unable to distinguish fantasy from reality due to the level of his neurodevelopmental condition. He was charged with first-degree murder and armed criminal action, but Cole believes he should have been charged with second-degree murder due to his condition, which would have included the possibility of parole and potentially shaved decades from his prison sentence. Correct. I agree with that. An amend December 5th court filing said Godejohn was prejudiced as a result and that he had counsel not been effective. There's a reason probably that he would have not been convicted of first-degree murder and armed criminal action and would not have been sentenced life without parole and 25 years. So basically, I think what's happening is they're finally realizing that Gypsy was the one who was conspiring the murder. Now, before you guys come for me, Gypsy fans, Gypsy stands, and all that stuff, I am not here to... Why did I sound like her right now? I'm not here to be on nobody's sides. I'm here just to show things that needs to be shed to the light. And like I said, I'm barely learning all about this. So that's why y'all is coming on this journey with me. Because maybe, I don't know, later on I'm going to be like, oh my God, this has really happened. This is the person I really need to blame. And when that day comes, I'm going to be like, ooh. Just when I thought there was going to be Gypsy stands. There's also Nicholas Godejohn supporters. So they call this page Nicholas Godejohn supporters, and it's all about how like they're raising awareness for autism, and they are finding a foundation to bring awareness and contributing to the autism, and which I think is amazing because Nicholas Godejohn, yes, he did what he did, and because of his autism, that's why he believed he was a 3,000 vampire named Vincent or Victor. But did you know that Gypsy also had a personality too? Demeanor, when she wore that red wig, that was her persona. She claimed that her name was Demeanor, and she told Nicholas Godejohn that if you don't hurt my mother, you're not gonna get sex. Let me find it. I'll be right back. Gypsy's alter egos, she manipulated Nick with, and then she sent all these picture slides. So we're just gonna sit there and watch it. So that's Demeanor, huh? That was her name? Demeanor? Demented? Laura Elizabeth said, I don't care what she says. She is not well for her to think of alter egos. Just shows that she was plotting something else. She's crazy. And then, I found this out too. That she posted those pictures, or, she posted the pictures of those 2 weeks prior before the incident happened, or the tragic ending of Dee Dee. And it makes me think like, girl, so you took all these pictures and you became da 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 da. You basically was like preparing for the murder right around. You know what I mean? Like she basically was like, okay, I'm just gonna come up with this da da da. Let me show Nick my do do do. And then that's when she was like, oh, by the way, 2 weeks later we're gonna my mother. Call the cops. 911, what's your emergency? Girl, you had all this time to think of setting up your mother when you could have just ran off. And before anyone says I'm victim blaming, I am not. I am just speaking of what I see, and I'm just letting you guys know. I have not said anything going against Gypsy at all. If you really paid attention to my words, I did not. I am just reinstating or mentioning the things that are being said. So if you leave those in the comments last time, any negativity, I'm just going to block you. I'm just going to delete those messages. Matter of fact, I'll call the cops. Because, like I said, I am not talking about her. I am just reinstating or mentioning the things that people are saying. So, I had a lot of iced coffee, so don't mind me. And that concludes the story, or the little update that we got from Nicholas Godejohn. I am so torn between this because I really wanted more. I really wanted him to say more. And finally, but on the good side, we might get an interview because he said a foreseeable future. So keep that in mind. And I will definitely keep you guys updated. I can't believe I just found this out. I was on TikTok and it popped up and I said, bitch, we are on January 25th as of today, right now. This was posted on January 10th. So I need to start keeping updates. Well, thank you guys for watching. Blessed be my witches awakened, and have a good night, good day, good morning, good evening. Be careful out there. People are crazy. If you need to, call the cops, because if not, you're on your own. Bye.